up, y'all? It's your girl Kira Shanice, and I'm back here to do a recap of this week's episode of All American. And first thing I want to say is this episode, it was good. I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed it. And that damn coach, I knew I didn't trust him. I knew he was up to something. He seemed like a sneaky old ass white man. And I already knew something was up. I didn't trust him from the get when he didn't want to eat. When he didn't want to eat nothing. It Grace and Spencer's home. I knew it. And he didn't set Spencer up for the okie doke. But we're gonna get into all of it. First thing first, it's your girl Kiara Shanice. If y'all are new here, I would like to say go ahead on and hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk about the rest of this shit down in the comments. Anyway. Alright, so first thing first, we got Olivia and Spencer. The opening scene is Olivia and Spencer. They are at Spencer's house, and he is pretty much getting her prep for this big interview that she has for a summer intern or a job that she, trying to get. This summer at I'm thinking it's some type of blog or magazine or editing company that she wants to write for, and they kind of know about her through her blog and all of her activism going on social media. You know how she is. She heavy in her activism bag right now, so they checking her out, and she getting ready for that. She kind of nervous, and Spencer lets her know, like, look, just be yourself. Like, you got this. You got this, girl. What else? And then also in this episode, we get the another confrontation with Coop and Layla. Yes, so Coop, she rolled up to the studio to holler at Layla once more about, her songs, her tracks. We all know what happened in the previous episodes when Layla, she pretty much told Coop, like, nah, these is my songs, and I'm going to do with them as I will, because you left me high and dry. But anyway, so Coop, she showed up to the studio, and Layla, she already got a brand new artist in there recording, the tracks. And Coop, she was listening, and she was like, you know what, she alright. You could tell Coop was feeling a type of way, and she was like, you really got her doing my music. And Layla, she just had to let her know. She was like, what? Like, I'm not really understanding, like what you want me to do. Like, we committed to this thing together, and I made promises on this shit, and I gotta follow through. Just because you quit, that don't mean, like, I still gotta do what I gotta do. I got a business to run, I got a company to run, and a reputation to upkeep. And Coop, she still wasn't really hearing it. She went so far as to, kind of tell Layla, like, you just like your daddy. Like, you just like your daddy, like the way he did Patience. And Layla was like, look, I gotta do what I gotta do, man. You quit on me, Coop. I didn't throw you away. I didn't, like, cut you out of anything. You quit on me, so I'm just going on. And I gotta say, I'm with Layla on this. Because, like, Coop, Tamia, I'm calling you Tamia throughout this episode. Like, what the hell? Like, what you want her to do? You quit on the girl. Like, what she supposed to do? Just tuck her tail and just give up on everything that she'd have worked so hard for thus far? No. So you need to go on about your business. You need to go on about your business, cause yeah. What you gonna do with the songs anyway? You can't even rap, so I don't get why you so pressed about the songs. Anyway, Anyway, so we gonna get on to Spencer. He's still, he's still in his head about the assistant coach Dante, I think, not being at Toledo, and he feeling some kind of way because he feel like he being played, like I suspected when the coach showed up. So he felt like he been played. He in his head, he second guessing. He really don't know at this point, like, what he want to do. He kind of feeling like, damn, I was looking forward to playing for Coach Dante. And Grace and everybody else, they kind of like, talking to him like, look, this is a great opportunity. Like, everything's, everything's good. Everything's going well for you. It's a great opportunity. Don't write it off just yet. Think about it a little bit more and, figure it out after the game. And, he seems to be having second thoughts, but we're going to see. We're going to see how that turns out. What else? The head coach from Toledo. I'm going to set your ass up. Head ass. So he then came to talk to Billy because, Spencer and I already talked to him, about Coach Dante. And he was like, hey, did you know that Coach Dante was leaving when y'all signed me? And he was like, yeah. And he also kind of, hit Spencer with you should be grateful. I thought you'd be more grateful. Like, did you commit to the coach or the school? And that's a real question because at this point, I'm thinking Spencer really wanted to go to Toledo to play for that guy. And now that the guy's not there, he still likes the school and all, but he's kind of like, And I'm assuming that's why the coach went over to see Billy and he was talking, telling him about Spencer and all, their conversation. And he ended up offering Billy not the assistant coach position, but the wide receivers coach position. And Billy, he was like, oh wow, like that's a lot to think about. And pretty much I'm thinking the coach, like I said all along, he was setting this up because he can feel like Spencer kind of pulling away. And I believe he only went to Billy because he know if Spencer know that Billy would be coming with him, he would, he would be more inclined to actually come to Toledo State. But Billy, I don't think he really, he's excited. You can tell, he's impressed that he got offered the job, but I'm thinking he's having second thoughts. Like, at this point, I'm like, dang, do you want to go or do you not? But, and the kicker for me, he actually told the coach not to tell Spencer about it. So that was a red flag that he may or may not want to, take the job. What else? This episode is so I'm looking at my notes, y'all. I'm all over the place right here, right now. What else we got? Olivia, she went to her interview, talked to her recruiter, and the lady was letting her know, like, I heard about your podcast, and I'm impressed. I like the work that you do. And she gave her an assignment. She was like, we know that you can handle like heavy hitter topics such as, real life situation, just the heavy stuff like she does. But she wanted to she gave her an assignment to actually do a poppy, inspirational, what'd she say? I think I wrote it down. Lighthearted, inspirational, poppy kind of story. And that was the assignment. And Olivia was like, okay, so what's the topic? And she was like, I'm going to let you figure it out. And I was like, oh shit, I don't know how this I don't know how this gonna work out because we know how Olivia gets. She always finds what's the word I'm looking for? She always finds real in every story. If you get what I'm saying, she gonna get to the thick of it. She's not a light-hearted type of chick, so to speak. Okay. So she interviewed Simone and Spencer because she considers them to be quote unquote black excellence because look at all they have accomplished. Spencer with, coming from Crenshaw to Beverly, back to Crenshaw, being like top was it? I don't know. Top 50, I don't know, in the state football player, and he's on the All-American team, and he got to choose to, go to the school that he wanted. He got offers coming in, so that was kind of like a inspirational story. So we thought, but we also got into the thick of it because Spencer and Simone both kind of experienced this, this immense pressure to be perfect simply because they are, I want to say, black. That's what I got from it. Yeah, they under this immense pressure to be perfect. And Simone was kind of telling Olivia that, she's under the pressure. She didn't even tell her coach that she had got pregnant on the year off that she took because they would see her as tainted, in spite of all the hard work that she's put in and all of her accolades. That one little mistake would kind of tarnish her image, so to speak. And we see that daily in real life. Like, I think the whole topic of black excellence is kind of toxic to the black community. It's kind of toxic when you think about it because, like, what is black excellence? Like, aren't we all excellent? Like, do you have to be perfect all the time? It's stressful. So, yeah, we need to kind of kill that. Anyway, I'm getting all off topic here. Anyway, so Jordan finds out that she interviewed Simone and Spencer, and he was kind of feeling a type of way because we all know Jordan in a sense, and Jordan in a sense, he's kind of, I would like to say, insecure about his talents and abilities. He's great, but he just never really had the confidence that he needed to be quote unquote great because he was always in his own mind and in his own way. And yeah, Olivia, she gave him some of the best advice. She was like, I do think you're great. It's just the fact that sometimes you don't think you're great. And Jordan was like, I'm great. I'm in here. Like, I can be great. So we can tell he was kind of feeling some type of way about that. And she was like, hey, you got to change the way people see you. You know you great. I know you great. So go be great. So I think that was like, some good advice that she gave to her brother. Anyway, so during the interview with Spencer, he was also telling her about, what the Toledo coach said about, he thought Spencer should be more grateful, for the opportunity. And that set off fire under Olivia that, I'm thinking the assignment was going great. And she got into her social justice bag. She was using terms like gaslighting and, I was just talking to Simone about this, and black athletes, they always, they be under more scrutiny and under more pressure than other people because, like, you can't do nothing. You got to be perfect. In the moment that you show a sign of, being human, it's like all of a sudden, oh, damn, you're not excellent no more. You're not perfect. So that's where the toxicity comes in with, this whole idea of black excellence, and I really think we should kind of move away from that. And I was like, oh shit, Olivia, she didn't got in her bag. She didn't got in her activism bag. And this story is not about to be poppy. It may be inspirational, but it's not about to be poppy. It's gonna be controversial, but it's gonna be a heavy hitter, and I know she gonna get the job done. But it's not the assignment, so I'm wondering how this go play out for her, cause I'm like, that ain't the assignment, boo. We know you can handle that. We know you can kill that topic. But she said poppy and inspirational, and you have to be balanced. You have to have a balance and know when to pick your battles. So I don't know. She was making some points, but I don't know. Will they like it? Will they like it? What's next? We got Cam. He is back. We actually get to see Cam and Spencer back on the field together because they are playing on the same All-American team. And during the practice, we got Cam being Cam, starting shit on the field, talking smack to one of the other teammates. Big old dude did that. Big old dude just talking smack. Eventually, a fight broke out. And guess who steps up to the plate and get everybody checked and in their place? It's Billy Baker's baby boy. He stepped in. He was like, look, we the cream of the crop here. Y'all out here on some old bull ass. Y'all need to get y'all stuff together. We out here to play. People out here to see us. Y'all get it together. And Billy, he was on the sideline. He was like, "That's my boy. He got that from me." And Coach Montez was like, "Nope, I think he got that from me." And I low key think Billy felt some kind of way because he's seeing something in Jordan that he has not seen before, and he's been coaching this boy all his life. And the moment he got from up under his daddy, he rose to the occasion. And I'm thinking Billy is starting to see that, like, damn, like, you know, he great. Like my son is great, and like he feeling like he was holding him back in a sense. At least that's what I'm getting from it. Anyway, so it's game day. It is game day, the official All American game. And as the game is going on, Liv, she's really narrating. You know how they do it. She's narrating as the game is going on. And she is deep in her social justice bag about the black excellence. You know, like I said before, how black athletes have to be perfect, and they under all this immense pressure to be perfect. Don't show no sign of weakness, and pretty much like a freaking robot. And we know can't nobody uphold those type of standards, not all the time, because eventually that man's gonna crack. We are all human, pretty much. So she was in her bag about that, and yeah, she was in her bag about that. So they was going on and on about that, and I was like pretty much getting the gist of the assignment, and I was like, she did it. She is not going. She not following the instructions the lady gave her. So pretty much, I'm thinking like, okay, damn, she not gonna get this job because that lady said specifically, this that ain't what they was looking for. Okay, so during the second half of the game, I think the team that Spencer is on, they're in the lead. So during the second half of the game, Coach Montez actually put Jordan in. And when I say Jordan, he got in and he gave it everything he had. The boy showed out. He never played like that before. He showed out and he actually won them the game. So shout out to Jordan. You nesting drop. You didn't grow up, boy. You didn't grow up. So I'm looking forward to see, if anything changes for him because we know that he's actually going to a 2-year college as a avenue way to go ahead on and try to get into a bigger school and possibly drafted into the NFL. So we're gonna see how that works out for him. And towards the end of the episode after the game, Billy and Spencer both turned down the coach from Toledo. Spencer, he let him know, he was like, yeah, I can't do that. I've been thinking, and I'm not really sure if Toledo is the fit for me anymore. And we all know that pissed off the coach. That pissed him off. And yeah, towards the end of the game, we got Spencer and Billy on the field, and they got a little sentimental. Had me flashing back to season 1 when they first met, and Spencer was just letting Billy know, I'm glad that you came into my life, and thank you for being there for me. And I'm gonna miss playing for you and all this, that, and the third. And we kind of got to see, that father son thing they got going on. Yeah, sorry, Jordan, but I think Spencer is the son that Billy never had. That's the son he never had, and his favorite. We all know that. And Billy let him know that I mean, not Billy, but Spencer let Billy know that Coach told him that he offered him a position, and he turned it down. And Spencer was like, why you didn't tell me? Like, had I known that you got offered the position, that might have preceded my decision to, go there. And Billy was like, that's exactly why I didn't do that, because Spencer, you gonna be great wherever you go, regardless of who your coach is. And we kind of get to see why Spencer is being so hesitant about going to these different schools, because he low-key scared to play for a coach that he don't know. And he's become so attached to Billy. And Billy was like, look, I've brought you to this point. He didn't say this verbatim, but pretty much, I brought you to this point. You great. You gonna be great. And it's okay. You can go on without me. Like we still here. Like we family. It's okay to go on without me. You gonna be great. You got a lot more to learn from different coaches, and it's everything's gonna be good. And Spencer was like, okay, and they hugged and all of that. So sentimental and cute. Like, anyway, what else? Okay, so yeah, everything was copacetic up until now. And we all know towards the end of the episode, it would not be All American if they did not end it on some BS. So, the end of the episode, we get the coach from Toledo, the head coach. He calls up Billy on the phone and he was like, look, you can either hear this from Spencer, can either hear this from me or from you. But we spent a lot of time and energy trying to recruit him. We passed up on a lot of people to get him in. Obviously, it's late in the game and those they not available anymore. So we not letting him out of his binding letter of intent to come to Toledo. So he can either come play for us like he intended and he led us on to believe, which I kind of understand. Like you can't really just do that. You can, but it's kind of fucked up. And he was like, he can either come play for us or he can forfeit playing his entire freshman year like you pick. And I was like, damn. Spencer is called into a jail. So what y'all think gonna happen? Do you guys think that Spencer will be willing to forfeit his whole entire freshman year? No football? Like, I don't think he's willing to do that because, like, you can't sit out no whole year. So, I don't know. They didn't kind of strong arm him. So, what y'all think gonna happen in the next episode? Do you think that he's gonna be able to get out of that binding letter of intent? Or do you think he's gonna actually, he's gonna cave and he's gonna be like, okay, he's gonna go because he, like, as an athlete, who wants to forfeit an entire year of playing the sport that they love and getting their career started? So, with that being said, that's it for this episode of All American. It is your girl, Kiera Shanice. Like I said once before, if this is your first time here and you like All American, or if you like any of the other shows like Queens or whatever, go ahead on and hit that like, subscribe, and yeah, come check me out sometimes. With that being said, I'm out. See y'all in the next one. Oh. Before y'all go, Queens is coming up. I'm about to drop their recap as well. So see y'all over there.